Hello everyone and welcome to the latest Stadium Extravaganza video. It's coming to you from Studio 44 here in Rochester, New York. I am of course Phil Sherman. Thank you so much for watching. I have 16 stadiums for you to check out today. One of them created by myself. One of them was from a user I found in the vault, and the rest are from you, the amazing creators who keep sending me stadiums to showcase right here on this channel. I can't thank you guys enough for sending them all. You're going to want to stick it out for the entire video. At the end, I have an update on the Stadium of the Year contest, and I have a new challenge for everyone that I'm going to take part in myself. All of that has been said, so let's get into checking out some stadiums. Let's start things off in a town not too far from me, about 3 hours or so. Doubleday Field, Cooperstown, New York. And Cooperstown, New York has an altitude of 1,227 feet, built in 1939. Now, I don't know if he's going for like an older version or his own version, but it's not an exact replica because the way I remember it, there's a brick structure out here that had an entrance, and then there's a parking lot and batting cages over here. So this is either like when it was first created or like his own version. But yeah, there's a parking lot here, and the street, I mean, like not too far down the road was the Hall of Fame itself. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Right field, where we always start, you got a bunch of scoreboards, laser ribbon, mini scoreboard, or a Videotron, I guess I should say, because this is probably your scoreboard. And then there's one right here, strikeout-o-meter, which I hear aren't working. Bunch of trees, old school batter's eye with a little hole in the wall for camera well. Little parking lot in left field. And then surrounding the stadium is a bunch of bleachers. Very nice. Put the stairs in the middle. Cool idea with the fan stairs. Over here is his version of the Hall of Fame. Cool. Brick walkways taking you to a fountain and the flag and a bunch of picnic tables and a Hall of Fame circle and a little kiosk. Cool stuff. Made a little custom entrance. These folks are locked out. Haha. You don't get to go in. Then, of course, you got a small town over here, which is what Cooperstown is. Very, very small town. I mean, it reminds me of the town I grew up in. And my graduating class was 88 people. Of course, I haven't been there in a while, so I want to say 2016 was the last time I was there. Another little park over here with a bunch of bleachers and a little clubhouse seating behind home plate. Wow, this has a bigger scoreboard than the other one. I like the signage. That makes perfect sense. Nice little cul-de-sac coming off this main road here. Yeah, Frank JF usually does a great job with all of his villages. Super fun. Now, he did say, visit the team store. And I was looking for it, and I finally caught a glimpse of it. So, I guess we're going to the team store. And in the team store, we have canoes. Ladies and gentlemen, we have, again, who am I kidding? Gentlemen, we have a canoe. Last to my knowledge, I still don't have a single female subscriber. But we'll flip the light switch on Doubleday Field, Cooperstown, New York. And it looks great. He picked, I think, the perfect buildings to kind of round out the town. It's cool seeing the scoreboard lit up way across the way over there. Even the trees look like they kind of light up a little bit, don't they? Never really noticed that before. Very fun, Frank JF USA. What's the... Oh, Abner's. Okay, Abner Doubleday. Okay, this little diner right here. That's a cool little sign. Using the pinwheels in the Hit It Here Cafe. Fun. There's a little bus stop. Cool. Don't forget, he has his own YouTube channel. He plays a bunch of sports games, golf. I think I saw a racing game on there recently. But it's mostly the show. He has a little custom league that he does, and He shows clips and showcases his stadium. So check him out, Frank JFUSA, right here on YouTube. Thanks, Frank. Let's move on. Singers Field in Columbia, South Carolina is the stadium I told you about. I found in the vault. I took a quick peek at it and decided I wanted to show it to you here in Studio 44. It was created by Guns N' Roses 9. Has an altitude of 5,000 feet and built in 2024. Now, this is the first time, I don't know if I had the volume up, but I can hear people. I don't know if it's coming from the standing room only crowd, but this is really cool along the side here. I'm sorry, I normally don't spin it around like this and do it so informal, but the hearing people was distracting me when I was trying to read the stuff. But yeah, here's little singers underneath. It's got a pool and a bunch of people are hanging out, picnic tables, trees. Looks very good. Maybe I just gotta turn my TV down a little bit here. Yeah, it's up to 12. What do I got it up that high for? Pretty symmetrical. I like the idea of using the Cleveland backdrop, or I like the idea of using the Cleveland batters. Jesus Christ. I like the idea of using the Cleveland Guardian scoreboard as pillars and then throwing some signs up there to dial it up a little bit, make it look nice. That's cool. And then he used the railroad tracks as a deck for people to stand and watch the game from both sides of the outfield. Pretty symmetrical field, but it's very clean. Has a waterfall in center field. Little scoreboard on this side of the field. Above the upper deck, he has the steakhouse with some bleachers and signage. Cool. And I like this too. Komatsu. It's like a little advertising for a construction company, maybe. I like having the two facing each other, and then there's all these advertisements, and just the tiniest bit of a laser ribbon sticking out. That's interesting. And this is cool. This would be fun to hit home runs into if he had it in the fair territory there. And then there's an entryway out to this fun deck. Oh, look at this. That's cool. Cool concept. Nice. Bunch of stuff going on out here. Little fountain in the middle. Couple playgrounds. Concession stands. Fun. And use the train station. Or is it a bus station? Or is it just any station? Just says station. To face it off from the outside. Very, very nice. Parking garage out there as well. It was pretty cool. So, yeah, I wanted to show it. Oh, what's in this corner? Again, I try not to take a full look at every stadium. Sometimes I just pop in, or sometimes I just go by a thumbnail. This one I popped in a little bit, but I didn't study it too much. Hit it here and the Hit It Here Cafe. Another fun concourse. Ooh, with the fountain kind of blended into the wall. That's cool. Into the burgers. There's a hotel in the corner. Fun. Flipping the light switch. It looks cool. Also at night. Never really noticed all this going on top of the train station. Or the bus station. I can't tell what that is. It's like one of those things. Prove you're not a robot. What are the squares with a train in it? All right. Guns N' Roses with Singers Field. I hope you find this video, and I hope to see some more stadiums from you soon. Nice work. I guess we're going to head back to my neck of the woods. We have Darien Lake Stadium. It's in Corfu, New York. Has an altitude of 863 feet. Built in 2014. Comes to us from Ben Dover, who I know is from the area. He has given us a stadium at Batavia Downs, and I thought there was another one. Maybe it was just that one, but he had a bunch of stuff from the area, like Wegmans and a bunch of other stuff. I like the stadium itself. It's nice and small. The bleachers out and left has a little concourse that takes you up and around. Darien Lake, by the way, is a big amusement park between Rochester and Buffalo. Probably closer to Buffalo. Anyway, it was at one point a Six Flags, but I think they pulled out, and now it's just known as Darien Lake again. But they host some big concerts, and It's a big amusement park. I'm guessing that's why all the Ferris wheels, they're all lit up. There's a hotel, and there's a roller coaster, and another one. More hotels and roller coasters, and a parking garage with a huge scoreboard on top of it, and a D in the middle of the air. Oh, he didn't get that fully labeled yet, or for some reason, a lot of props have been disappearing. Maybe that's what happened. But yeah, looks like a little minor league park, or some kind of independent league, or a high school or college or whatever. Looks like the whole thing is lit up, so let's check it out. Yeah, it's pretty cool seeing everything with the lights on it. Looks like that hotel had lights on in it. And I don't remember that being the case in the past. Or the word hotel itself lighting up. But that's cool. Buddy M's in right center field. Little parking lot out there. Excellent. Stadium creator Royalty sends this next field to us. This is Cedar University Field. It's in University City, USA. Max altitude, built in 2024. That stadium creator Royalty is none other than Murph075. Said he wanted to try a fake university field. Now, I don't know if that means that the university is fake or if it's a real university with a fake field, but yeah, I get a turf vibe, which I think a lot of colleges do these days. Stacked restaurant seating in left field is always cool. Got a cool concourse up top that's lit up with the old school light. People are standing around. You got a couple grassy hill areas, which I'm always a fan of. The student center has some balconies coming off where people are watching the game from there. Then you got an upper deck with a hit it here in front. Awesome. Trees behind the batter's eye with the concession stand and a nice pond. Bunch of trees in left center field. I said it a while ago. I would love to have better sound in the game with the props. I'd love to hit a bunch of balls through the trees and hear them, as they fly through. It's a pretty satisfying sound. Residence Hall in right with a bunch of buildings stacked together. People are outside in their balconies to check out the game. I hope they get to keep the balls. And, oh, look at this college campus setup. Fantastic. You got the field house right here, where I'm guessing you can play some basketball and volleyball and all those other indoor sports. Big courtyard with a bunch of pine trees, a bunch of people scattered throughout. I never got why they had to make this not 90 degrees on this side, but I don't know. I use that building a lot, so it can frustrate me sometimes. This is another nice building or a nice prop to use. It's called the Commons over here. Behind the home plate is amazing, as always, using the stairs. Always got windows in there, too. Okay. Yeah, excellent. Fantastic. Oh, I like this custom standing room only section here. It's covered, protected from the elements. And a bunch of little concessions underneath. Looks great. Okay, so it's... Alright, and then they're hidden by the stands. Okay, plaza level seating, modern plaza level seating. Smaller lights makes sense for a college stadium. Excellent, Murph. I like the double fountain over here, too. There's an entry to the stadium. Okay, I lost it. Entering the stadium is pretty good, though, right? This looks like it could be like the main building, right? Where the dean is probably located and all that. Oh, I like the sidewalk leading to stairs on either side with the hill. That's cool. Well, maybe not on either side. But this oh yeah, this goes all the way down to the parking garage. Cool. Murph's the man. It's beautiful. I love it. Glad to hear that his PlayStation is back and running. I know I have one more in the queue from him right now, and I'm sure we'll have more to come very, very soon. Thanks, Murph. Mo2179 or Mo Games 2913 is back in Studio 44 with Gotham City Central Park. It's in Gotham City, New York. Has an altitude of 10 feet, built in 2024. Oh, look at all this freaking neighborhood stuff going on out here. All the Wrigleyville stuff. Oh, there's people out on their front steps. Cool. Here's the library and the big church. Oh, I like the big... What would you call this, a pond? Or is it probably a pool? I don't know, but there's canoes! We have canoes! This park is fantastic, too. What is this? Is this supposed to be the... Oh, no, it's stairs. Okay. Jeez. I was like... I was at an angle. I couldn't tell that it had layers, but okay. I was like, at first, is it a custom train track? Oh, look at the little pools in the middle here, too. And then there's seats underneath. I love this little corner. That's one of the better corners I've ever seen. That, you can't tell me that wasn't tedious work. To ride along the stairs like that and have it blend seamlessly into the deck. Fan-freaking-tastic. Oh, okay, this is just one part of the little... I was like, is that a new little sign? I would love to have that sign. The city looks amazing. Oh, and then look at this over here. You got overpass and the train station that goes down. Fantastic. Who's everyone's Batman? I gotta hear. There's things I like about all of them. I mean, even George Clooney. I loved his cameo in The Flash. I thought it was so funny. I thought it was so big of him to do that because he is so openly apologetic about Batman and Robin. He openly talks about how horrible it was, and for him to go out there and, you know, play Batman again, I think was just so fun. I was so shocked when he came out of the car because I thought for sure it was going to be Michael Keaton. But there's things I like about Christian Bale. There's things I like about even Val Kilmer. And there's definitely things I like about Batfleck. Batfleck, I think, has the best suit and the best fight scene of a Batman in a movie. In one of the worst movies with Batman in it, Batman versus Superman, when he's going to save Clark's mom, that whole scene in that warehouse is freaking amazing, that fight scene. But I think Michael Keaton's my favorite Batman, just because he was the first, you know. And it's so good when you know, like Heath Ledger, when you have this guy and you're like, this guy really, Michael Keaton's gonna play Batman, but he was just so good. I definitely like Pattinson too. I think Pattinson might be my second favorite. It's definitely my second favorite movie, The Batman, with Dark Knight Rises as the first. I mean, that's everybody's favorite. I mean, if it's not, it should be. It's so good. It's like considered one of the best movies of all time. And I'm not a big Christopher Nolan fan either, but I think he's overrated as a filmmaker outside of the Batman movies. But look at that city. I think that's our thumbnail. And I think that means we have our first stamp of the video. Mo Games. So good. The city, probably the best city I've ever seen. Or definitely in the top 3. The pool with the bridge going over it. Or would you call it like a lake or a pond? I don't know. Probably more of a pond than a lake, huh? It's pretty small for a lake. But gorgeous, gorgeous work. Stadium itself is fairly simple, but I like the idea of the grass hills and all the standing room only room in left field and the pools. And then it's pretty standard around and behind, but it's clean. Oh, and then the road goes underneath the bridge. Nice. Very good, Mo. Yeah, this corner, best corner I've ever seen. The 2 layers of steps that take you under the bleachers. Excellent. Let's see in the notes. Oh, it does say New York City Central Park feel. In left, including a viewable train beyond center field residential section across the street. Yeah. Ooh, there's a dog park in center. That standing room only. And he says there's 2 hidden dogs with their own suite that has a view of the ballpark. Small balcony just above the brick concessions. Well, I don't want to spend all... Oh, here's brick concessions. Small balcony. There they are. Hey, puppies. There's the brick concessions. Yeah, it's so good. Is this the dog park in center field? Yep, there's a couple dogs. Okay. Rock on. Very fun, Mo. Excellent. Red Rock Space Invaders Field, New Mexico is next. This is in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Has a max altitude, built in 2022. And it comes to us from Sith Lord Slither. This is another remix stadium. He says this is from Snoopy J. Cool 113 with zeros instead of O's. But we're going to take a look at right field. That has 3 decks. Laser Ribbon and New Mexico. Scoreboards on top, looking cool. Bunch of concession stands. He didn't really tell me, what he adjusted, but it's pretty cool. I like the silo in the middle of the corner here. Can there be a middle of the corner? I don't know. But I like using the archway as like this fun area for kids. And I like that he used the turf. Excellent. A little place for parents to chill out. Statues, and they're watching their kids hit the balls in here. Fun. There's some standing room only curls where it's pretty standard around and behind with some concessions back there. I like this left field too. Giant scoreboard with a bunch of picnic tables. Futuristic picnic tables, right? Oh, and you got Gray's at Scoreboard Walk. That's fun. Like Gray's hot dogs, Gray's papaya. New Mexico Invaders. Alien up here is pretty cool. Bunch of concessions over here. Well, one concession stand over here. The big pool in center field. Smart in Nevada. I imagine it's pretty hot. Or New Mexico. But I like the double layers of luxury seating in left. I wonder if you can put a ball up there. Let's see how deep we're talking over here. Oh, there we go. 337 niche. Yeah, I don't know if you're getting one up here. You got the building built into the Red Rock with the signs on top. A couple little UFOs and space pods and all this stuff going on up here. Very fun. There's the tower in the background with the rings. Red rocks are lit up behind. More aliens. Pretty fun. Sith Lord Slither. Very quirky dimensions, too. Look at all this stuff going on. Nice. This place is definitely getting invaded by aliens. I just hope they're not offering to serve man, because that's a cookbook. New Mexico Invaders. Fun. Thank you, Sith Lord Slither. Love it. Cruising on into the Windy City, where we have Windy City Field online. That's Chicago, Illinois, altitude of 587 feet, built in 2024 by Schmitty VG. Let's take a look. Right field, great concourse. All cement with some tables with ivory in front of it, looking cool. Bunch of steps taking you up to a little garden up here. Out of town scoreboard with a big plaza, upper deck seating, and a nice big scoreboard on top. Blends perfectly into that stone. Very nice. Little popcorn vendor and some other vendors back here. Got a cool deck for the bathrooms to take you back into. Some water back here. And what do we have here, ladies and gentlemen? Canoes! We have canoes. Just past canoes is that covered pier with a nice stage. That's a cool place to check out a little show or concert or whatever. Dead center field, you have the San Francisco Batter's Eye with some pinwheels. It's not a Comiskey Park type situation without some pinwheels. Hey, we got a little dog park back here. People are chilling out with their pets. Very fun. And you got some foliage over here with train tracks that take you right into the stadium. Fun. Left field, you got the custom bullpen. Interesting layout. I didn't notice one over here. Oh, here it is. I'm guessing San Diego stole one of your... Oh, no. There's only one home plate. Excellent. Oh, here's the other one. Okay. Interesting. It's a cool way to give you like the hill to kind of gradually bring it down. A little fountain between seats in the upper deck. Fun idea. Schmitty always has creative ideas. Very creative here. Oh, I didn't mention the bleachers back there under the strikeout-o-meter. Flipping that light switch. Wow. Left field, like right here. There's like not much difference between night and day. Crazy. Looks good. Well lit. Right along the lake. I forget what lake it is in Chicago. Lake Michigan. That's it. We have one of the great... It's like 5 houses down. Lake Ontario. That's my Great Lake. Right across is Canada. Oh, I didn't see this back here. This deck. That's cool. Ballpark Eats. Excellent. Schmitty, great work. Very creative ideas in here. I know the White Sox are in serious talks of moving out of that boring ballpark that they're in South Chicago. I'm looking for something a little closer to the lake, right? Very nice. Schmitty, thanks, bro. Stephen K. 3001 is back in Studio 44. I believe we've seen the stadium before, but he said he made some upgrades to it, so I wanted to take a peek at it for him. This is Mets Park in New York City. New York has an altitude of 1,200 feet, built in 2032. So get your DeLoreans, get your TARDISes, and we can check it out. Over in right field, you got the fountain with a deck right in the middle of the fountain. Cool, and you got to use your canoe to get there. We have canoes. That's pretty cool. You can get access right from underneath here. Got another little boat there, too. Western Metal Supply Company building in the back with people chilling out on the bleachers. Watchtower and the bridge and the big scoreboard. Aloha Joe's, right? I think that's the name of that place. Yep, Aloha Joe's. Joe's, not Jones, Joe's. Another Western Metal Supply Company building with bleachers and folks sitting, chilling, watching the game. Ooh, we hid the bleachers really well in there. Had to really get in there to find them. More canoes, scoreboards, and watchtowers, and the steamboat. They get so mad at me when we go on our cruises and I call it a boat. It's not a boat, it's a ship. It's a ship, not a boat. No boat. Light that bad boy up, looking good at night. I apologize, Steven. I don't remember the first version, so I don't remember the changes necessarily, but it looks good. I like using the slab out there. Always like the canoes. Canoes belong in baseball. Thanks, Steven. Looks good, buddy. Riding on down the East Coast, we have Potomac Bay Stadium in Montgomery Cove, Florida. The stadium has an altitude of 319 feet. Will be ready in 2025. Comes to us from our good buddy, Big Impact. In right field, we have a bunch of seats, and behind that, we have an escalator taking you up to this deck. Club at the Sea. All right, nice. Oh, I like the... See, I saw someone else do this, and they made it look so good. I can't pull it off. Big Impact definitely did here. Excellent. Palm tree behind everybody chilling out, watching the game. There's the Club at Sea again. More people hanging out with some palm trees in the back. Nice little building with a balcony and concession stands built right in. Excellent. Waterfalls behind. Little standing room only area with a Hall of Fame sign covering the green of the waterfall. Excellent. Nice. Oh, what's behind the scoreboard? Another pier. Taking you back to the lighthouse and a cruise ship. Excellent. There's the big guy, big building in there. Never really looked at the top of this thing too much. What is this? This building is huge. Both these. Oh, that's this. Yeah, oh no, that's the different one. These are similar in that they're like rounded in spots. And then this one, does this one have a flat back in the back? Nope. This one's flat in the spot. Always like putting the signs in the scoreboards. I like to hit it here on this building. It's great deck concourse. It reminds me of like an outdoor mall in like Los Angeles or something. It's got that feel to it. I like the steps down to this part of the deck that comes out. Can you reach that part with a home run ball? I don't know. Eesh, 320. You might be able to get up there, especially in a home run derby. Oh, it's the same over here. I didn't notice. Oh, no, there is no step down over here. Okay. Excellent. I like the grass on top, too. That looks cool. Hall of Fame circle up there. Pretty standard around and behind, although they seem to have 4 decks. Hello from Potomac Bay Stadium. Closed it off with the old school building. Use this apartment, or what is this? Coastal condo as a entrance. Nice. I love that top concourse. Again, just the plain seats in the outfield aren't usually my thing, but I love this deck and topping it off with the grass. And you label some of your places. You got the corner deli and El Kebabs. And the Club at Sea. And I like this whole thing up here, too. Out of town scoreboard way up on that building. Excuse me, sir. Big Impact. Oh, I like the scoreboard up here. Oh, no, okay. I thought that's what I was looking for a second. But I like the scoreboard way up there. That's fun. When you're on your way out to the cruise ship, you can see something on the video. It's a long walk. But I see water and I don't see any canoes. Travesti! Oh, I like the steps too. Oh, okay. This is a creative railing system. I like it. I might have to start using that. Is there anything under here? Nope. Fun ideas in here. Nice work, my friend. I dig it. If you've caught any of my live streaming, you may have already seen this stadium. This is Canoe Cove. It's in the city right near the beach. Hawaii. Has an altitude of 100 feet, built in 2024. And right off the bat, you can see we have canoes. After all, it is named Canoe Cove. You got the 44 and the canoe on top. More canoes holding the flags up. A bunch of canoes waiting for home run balls. A couple other boats. Oh, way out there you got the shipping vessel. Oh, I like this hill hosting the lighthouse. That's awesome. Why don't I remember this? Probably blabbing away and just talking about it. Oh, and this is a great look. Gives me the Howard Terminal. I can never remember that. I talk about it so much. But yeah, it gives me Howard Terminal vibes because it had the grass on top where you can climb up all the way to the roof. Doesn't look like you can climb each layer, but it's still cool. Looks awesome. Yeah, I definitely didn't see all this because I just played a game in that. I didn't go behind. Oh, it's like built right into the hill. Fantastic. You know, Scotty Warren's always got some great stuff. Speaking of great stuff, I guess Sewell did it too later on. But last night, after I recorded the first part of this video, I got in. I played my game in my franchise mode. I played the first game at Scotty's last park that we showed. Bless This Mess. And I tried to hit that sign, that his son's idea, to have the hit it here sign dangling from a crane. I hit, I think, 6 home runs that game, but none of them were even close. So after I played my second game in Long Ball 31 Stadium, I went in, did a home run derby, and hit it with the second guy. So I came up with a challenge, and Scotty jumped right in. He said, hey, I'll do it too. If anyone sends me video, whether it's a message, if you do a screen record and record your gameplay, send it to Peeps212344, or you can record it with your phone, just, point your phone at the screen and show the video of you hitting that hit it here sign. I will send you a free Studio 44 t-shirt. And he offered to do the same thing. So if 2 people send me the video, the first 2 people will get a Studio 44 t-shirt. Here is the scoreboard walk, paying a little homage to Stadium Center and Sewell 21 right there. More canoes lined up in front of the scoreboard. A great looking pier where all these boats are docked. Little picnic area out here with some concession stands. Fan-freaking-tastic. And they have a slide and another little play area, right? This is more like a fun ship than anything else, right? Yeah, because you go down the slide and go in the fake water. Nice. Yeah, I played the game in here, but I didn't really pay much attention to detail. I was probably babbling on and trying to rush through because it was late and I was tired. But I like all the holes in the windows in right field to check things out through. I guess you call them windows, right? They're not holes. But Scotty, seems like I do this with every stadium you have. Throw that stamp on there. Fan-freaking-tastic. Great ideas. I appreciate the call-outs with the 44s and the canoes. And again, I look at the canoes as more of a knock on San Diego studios. This walkway is fantastic, too. is it like a sand prop, and then using the grass or like ivy as like bushes to act as a railing. Nice. They always act like in movies. Like if you fall into a bunch of bushes, that's going to save you. I don't know about that because I had bushes in my porch and I've fallen into those bushes before. This is when I was a kid, obviously. And it didn't feel good. Those pine needles get you and the sharp branches, and it's just not fun. Beautiful work, sir. Well deserving of that stamp. Thank you as always for sending me your stadiums. And don't forget, if you want to take a crack at Bless This Mess, hit in the Hit It Here sign. If you're one of the first 2 people to send in the video of you hitting it, you could win yourself a Studio 44 t-shirt. We're heading back out east to Washington, D.C., where we have Cherry Blossom Field. Has an altitude of 409 feet, built in 2024 by Young Gun 1417. What is going on in center field? Do we have anomalies working here? It looks like it. Yeah. Okay. I haven't found a cool way to use these yet. It looks like Young Gun has. I like that a lot. Especially if they stick around in gameplay mode. You can maybe hit some home runs on top of this. That's fun. It's a good way to kind of make this look better, to build some kind of a frame around it. That's a great idea. Cherry Blossom Field labeled up top. People are hanging out on top of the batter's eye. Nice. And you got the trestles holding up the laser ribbon. Flags line the top of it with a little speaker. Excellent. 2 levels of seating in right field with the luxury plaza level and laser ribbon atop of everything. Another grass section on top with there's the cherry blossom trees. Custom deck using the window anomaly. Fantastic. What building is this? Oh, it's a couple of them blended in, right? Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, I just fucked it up. That's what I get for trying to check things out sometimes. There we go. Close enough just for checking it out. Pretty standard around and behind. Oh, look at all these trees in the corner. Gorgeous. That looks great. Bunch of waterfalls and a picnic area in here. Oh, bullpens. That's a cool idea. Bullpens right inside this big wall in left. And then there's a bunch of standing room only spots to hit home runs into. A cool plaza level seating section with more luxury suites on top. Fan-freaking-tastic. Very nice. Again, very compact. A bunch of different levels and layers. Well, this is my kind of stadium. You're going to be hitting balls in both decks over the roof. I'm guessing. How deep are we looking at right here? 316, definitely. Over here, we got to grab it in 301. Okay. So you could be hitting balls in here. You could be hitting balls on the roof off the San Diego studio sign. Very cool concept. Flipping that light switch. Looks great at night as well. Wow, this doesn't look like a stadium that would use up a lot of memory, but you're 100%. I'm guessing these trees are pretty expensive. Closed it off outside with the warehouse and the Western Supply Company. Oh, that looks really nice right in there. Again, the warehouse as we pull up and around. Behind the stadium, pretty basic with some slab there. Fantastic. Cherry Blossom Field. I love it. Young Gun. 1417. Thank you, sir. Guess who's back? Back again. Arch is back. Tell a friend. He is back with a slew of stadiums. So I'm just going to go in order. This is the first one on the list. This is Trujillo Stadium. I'm guessing it's Trujillo. It's in Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. Has an altitude of 46 feet. Built in 1930. I thought I saw pictures from 1955. So, yeah, it could be as old as 1930. I'm trusting Arch on this one because I couldn't find pictures of it. It looks like he had to go to a book to find pictures of it. Because when I couldn't find much about it online, I went to Discord where he was talking about finishing it up. So he talked about the giant flag in right center field, and that's a great way to get it done. Use the shipping containers. Fantastic. I don't know what all these... Are these the... Yes, those are all... Those guys. The barriers. What do I always say? Arch finds a way. Now, how did he pull this one off? Okay, it's still barriers. And another barrier. Yes. Instead of nature finds a way, yes. Yes. Arch always finds a way, yes. Oh, that's creative. Maybe they don't have a laser board, so they wanted to host a scoreboard. He puts 3 of those on top of each other. Excellent. Oh, and he's got people. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that before. Fantastic. There's people under the flag standing on that little thing. And there are some seats to get you up there. Nice. Using bleachers to get that done. Brilliant. And then he did show the pictures that he took from a book, it looks like. But yeah, he always does this crazy, fantastic work to make his pillars, because they don't offer many. And these old school looking buildings, and looks like a racetrack and a little city in the background. And there's the pier with the lighthouse. A couple ships. There's a racetrack right along the water. Gorgeous. All the trees circling the stadium look great. Arch is amazing. That could be a thumbnail right there, huh? Using the stage to kind of create an entryway. What are all these guys? Signs? Oh, no, it's part of the stage. Okay, yeah. Fan-freaking-tastic. People are standing on the roof watching. Very symmetrical. Dimensions. No grass pattern. I would imagine that would be the case. Flip that light switch again. Take a look. Excellent. Using the older school buildings so they light up and they look good. Well, I mean, if he's going for an older look in the stadium, it makes sense to use the older looking props too. The flag is great. What a creative way to get the flag done. Arch makes it happen. Excellent, sir. So glad to have you back. Throw them stamps at you again. And there's plenty more in the queue, so stick around if you like your Archmage stadiums. What's going on under here? Okay. Oh, we use the smokestacks. See, isn't it crazy that we have to go through all this just to get some pillars? You'd think if you're building a stadium, a pillar would be pretty necessary. Or beams. Or rafters, whatever you want to call them. Catwalks. Stuff like that. I think we need a lot more of that. More stadium-related stuff. Not roadsides. Or even canoes. Nice work, Arch. I love it. Why? Why did I do this to myself? Someone answer me this question. This is New Progressive Field. It's in Cleveland, Ohio. It has an altitude of 653 feet, built in 2024 by me. The same guy who hired me to do the Dinosaur Stadium asked me to make him a modified Jacobs Field Stadium. Now, why on earth would I put like the only replicated stadia ever made after the master of replicating stadiums, Arch? Why? Anyway, this is New Progressive Field. I went to a bunch of games here. I've seen 6 baseball games in the stadium. 3 of them were in 2022. One of them a doubleheader. So I'm very familiar with the stadium. I just watched the Yankees play, 3 games in the postseason there? Or was it just 2? 3. Yeah, because they lost one of the games. And I really wanted to nail the underneath that they have. They have a bunch of luxury seats underneath. So that's where I kind of started. And I was finding it difficult with any other prop but the futuristic seats. So he said he wanted it changed but feel like Jacobs Field or Progressive Field. So I just kind of turned the whole stadium into futuristic seats. And I think this turned out pretty cool. I used this guy to, from behind. These look like they could be monitors. Where are they? Yeah, like right here. They could be monitors. And I think that worked out okay. I stole a page from my own book and used these guys from the Moonshot Casino idea that I have, where I have the luxury seats along first base. Only I did it all the way around to the dugout, and then over here is normal seating. If you notice in Jacobs Field, they have like one little section of regular seating. So, again, it's nice that these just kind of fit right in to this part of the modern props. And in right field, I'm really happy with how right field turned out. I think this looks really cool. Again, it's mostly just seats, and I'm not crazy about that myself. But he wanted the replica. That's how Jacobs Field. I keep calling it Jacobs Field. It's Progressive Field now. But I pulled the upper decks in so they're reachable. And in front of these guys, I added separated luxury suites. So again, you hide the old school part, and this looks like it could be the part, that you get in and out of. I couldn't pull this off where it looked better and separated them, so I just left it, and I think that looks okay. I just threw this here because it was a blank space. But yeah, I mean, if you watch games at Progressive Field enough, you know that it breaks out and then breaks back in towards center field here. And then this is where like the bullpens are and just a bunch of like empty space, it looks like, from the game. But if you're there, there's a lot of actually cool stuff going on there. These like little concessions, and the Hall of Fame circle is, like right over here. They have kind of like a Colorado and Philly type batter's eye with the trees. And at first I tried to recreate that and just have some trees along here, but it didn't look great. And plus he said he wanted to dial this area up anyway. So again, I added luxury suites, and I used the marble because I think it went better with the green. And I added the restaurant on top with the fancy roof, and this barrier as a railing because, with the lights on, it looks pretty cool. Then on top of that is another deck with concessions and steps to get you up and down. I pulled everything in, and, I moved the Hall of Fame circle up here, added the fountain. I don't know, do we like it like that or more like that? I guess more like that. And then they also had these cars, I think, that you can either win or buy or whatever. So, as you know, we don't have, like, real cars, so I just added this Sandman Dan type garden area up top with the cars, which are apparently floating. What the heck? Did I send this to this guy like that? I can't do that. Man, what are you doing, Philly? I do it over here? No, that one's right. Okay. All right. I added the overhang thingies and some park benches in there, and this little entryway into a brick sidewalk. And I got an old school clock with the lights. Surrounded it with concession stands so I didn't have to use a bunch of railings. Ooh, I liked how this little picnic area turned out too. There was a scoreboard where you can watch the game from these seats. But left field is where it really feels like Jacobs Field to me. I wanted to make the seats angled more, but I couldn't really pull it off. So I think this still worked enough. And I ran out of memory when it came time to putting laser ribbon all the way across, so I just consider myself lucky that this worked out the way it did and just left it there. He's using this team as the Cleveland Blazers is the name of the team. And I can't remember if this is a team that he's like simming through and playing with, or if he's playing with them, but it's fictional players, I think. At first I had the blue letters to make it pop, but he preferred the different lettering with the colors of his team. And I tried to do orange or brown seats, but they look more gold, I guess. I don't know. He said he was happy with it. This is the actual Cleveland Guardian scoreboard. These are the actual Cleveland Guardian lights. I think that helps. Just called it New Progressive Field just because I didn't have any other fancy name for it. I added this walkway behind because if you notice Cleveland above the entry gate in left field here, there's a walkway that connects you to the parking garage. And I dialed that up by using the new prop. And I think that works out great, and I really like that. Same over here. They have a similar thing over here. It makes your walk a little bit longer, but, you know, you got the little trees and stuff like that. And as you can see, it takes you to an upgraded parking garage, which also has a building attached to it now. And then there's another parking garage over here. And again, if you even play the game, you'll see it's a parking garage with the show draped down. And around the stadium, I put some bigger buildings around. And I used the lights in the same spot that they did at Progressive Field. I tried to replicate this little area too, to kind of close off the stadium and look like it does if you're get an aerial view. This is actually a nice big pool in here, and I think some like squares, patches of grass. And I think that worked out okay. You're just using the slab between the baseball stadium and the basketball stadium, which you can see from over here. Now this, I just used the football field and covered it, or I made a big square with the football field and kind of closed it off, and because you can't really see over here in a game. And then I added some different buildings just to make it look a little bit more like the actual stadium that's right there, and added the casino on top as a roof because it had the circle in the one spot. But I think it works. I think it's more solid on that side, and then on the other side it's more windows. But again, I had trouble Googling that stadium online and getting a good look. So I actually went into the game and played like an inning and, did a replay and tried to get this angle. So I think it's a little bit more solid and no brick, but... And then I dialed up this concourse a little bit, opened it up a little bit more. I put a little scoreboard up on this wall where people are watching from these picnic areas. Concession stand speakers, lights, the brick walkway. I lit it up with that light over there. And then over here, for the part of the upper deck that had stairs, I just used it to take you... I used it for stairs to take you underneath where there are some concessions and some standing room only areas for people to watch from the holes in the walls. So, yeah, I mean, I wasn't crazy about doing a replica, any kind of replica, just because the home run dimensions are a bitch, especially this little guy right here. This is supposed to stick out a lot less, but I got to the point where it's like, you know what, I'm not going to mess with it anymore because I got these parts pretty good. I don't remember what the exact dimensions were, but I think this is like 320 and then 370 and then 4 something. And then this is 375 and this is 325. But I was pretty happy with it. I had a lot of fun working on this concourse and building the luxury suites / restaurant with the seating up on top. And then there's one point where I didn't have seats. I just put the bushes. And my wife came in, and I'm like, what do you think? Should I have seats up there or keep these bushes? She said, do both. So I was like, okay. I put 2 bushes in the corner and then filled it in with some seats. I think it looks really cool. I did play a couple games in here, did a couple home run derbies, and I'm pretty happy with it. I hope he's happy with it, especially because he paid for it. But yeah, I was pretty pleased with it. This was some tedious work. I wish I could have used less of these because there's so fewer beams when you're looking at the game or even the real stadium. But again, because these barriers are too long, they don't have the barrier part by itself, the hologram part, this part. They don't have that by itself, so you can't really separate it. Otherwise, you're going to have dead space. Oh boy, what did I do? But yeah, again, I think it works out okay. Again, it's a little bit more modern or a little bit more futuristic. They didn't really... I could have used the new roof, I guess, but I just don't like it. So I went with the contemporary roof. This is my favorite roof. Turn the lights on. Again, I'm sorry. I know I always spend so much more time on my stadiums. But I like the modern props, how the aisles line up, and I like the idea of using the barricade as a railing to give that extra light. And then with all the concessions and all that stuff, I was pretty happy with it. I dug it. I told Sewell, he was recording Fountains Field, and I'm like, I got 2 more that I think I like better than Fountains Field. And I was finishing this up. And I don't know. I don't know if I like this better than Fountains or my last one. I think the last one I like the best. But this definitely has parts of it that I like. I love the little mini luxury seats out here. I think that looks really cool. I think this turned out really nice. What do you think? Sorry again to blab on and on about it, but, you know. And it's cool. The rumors are true. I like this pattern. I like this pattern a lot, actually. The cut of the dirt in the grass. But I don't like how light the dirt is because it looks like, you know, it's been untreated infield because they usually wet them down. But when you're in a game, it looks a lot darker, like they did wet it down. So I'll use this more often if I know it's going to do that. There it is, new Progressive Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Love to know what you think. We're heading out to Iowa, or should I say heaven, where we have Stadium of Dreams. It's in Dyersville, Iowa. Has an altitude of 100 feet, built in 2024 by Sluggish Moth, 953. Now, is this actually supposed to be like the actual farmhouse or where the Field of Dreams game is played? Either way, it looks really good with all the corn and Major League lights with the signs on it, and there's barns and windmills. I like the paths in, you know, between the grass. Oh, you got some horses out here. All fenced in, chilling out. Horse barn. A little house. The roads and the trees. Oh, this is a great idea. It's the dinosaur. What a good idea. Well done. Oh, wow. Now we're talking big leagues out here. Okay. Not messing around anymore. Woo. It's pretty standard, but again, for the Field of Dreams. Hey, there it is. Is this heaven? Oh, I like this little balcony. That's fantastic. This is a good building to use. I use this one a lot for the windows. They look a lot like the luxury suites. So you can kind of make your own custom luxury suites with those. And there's more on this deck. Let's say Major League Farmstead. Okay. Oh, look at this. And then there's like a little dirt driveway to get you in under here. Awesome. Team store outside the parking lot. Stadium is finished off with the brick. Nice. See, this is one thing I have to do more when I decide to face off my stadiums is make it come out. That way you can kind of square it off. Like, and under here, there's a bunch of concessions and stuff, right? Like they do at like Citi Field and stadiums like that. That looks great. And then uses another building, which is lit up. So if you do catch a glimpse in there from a game, it's a perfect batter's eye. Outstanding sluggish moth. Yeah, see, you flip that light switch and there's lights under there. That looks good. Then there's a little custom seat, luxury seat out here with the little roof and the scoreboard next to it or in front of it. Great work. Using the Wrigley scoreboard. There's a stamp for you, buddy. Looks so good. Very creative ideas, you know, instead of just corn. You made the perfect mixture of small and big. It's brilliant. I like the smaller fence in center field, too. That's a nice touch. Fabulous. I hope I'm not leaving anything out. Man, another competition for a thumbnail. Sluggish Moth, thank you, sir. Gorgeous. Heading back to New York City, where we have Old Testament Park in the location of XYZ. Has an altitude of 568 feet. Built in 2024. Comes to us from Captain Obvious, who we saw in our last video. I think made his debut. He found, he was watching a live stream. I said, hey, send me some stadiums. And he did. And they're fantastic. Look at this one. He said in the notes that while his last one was very congested and compact, this one he wanted to make it a little bit more open with more slopes and concourses and standing room people. And you definitely have a cool concourse up here where there's some picnic seating and kiosks and such with bleachers behind it. Pretty cool. Oh, and then you got some rooftop seating in the back. Nice little street that curves around the buildings and a little neighborhood. Oh, it goes all the way around. That's fun. There's a crane on top. Okay. And then in the back, you have some more bleachers with a Hall of Fame circle in the middle. More fencing. Cool. Bleachers on top of the concession stands. Love it. And then you're using a scoreboard, I'm guessing. Yep. To face off the space between the bleachers and the upper deck seating up here. Or is that concourse? Or plaza level? I think it looks more like plaza level, doesn't it? It's harder to tell with the... Usually the plaza level has a bigger plaza area. Seats behind the batter's eye, along with bleachers behind the batter's eye. Is there a scoreboard they can watch the game from, I hope? Canoe! We have a hidden canoe! Even where there's no water, we have canoes. Another fun concourse back here with the snack shack and popcorn and all sorts of good stuff. There's the Show 24 sign. Nice. I like this too, the double layered bleachers and then plaza and upper deck on top. That looks all great. 452 with that tall wall, man. Be tough to put one out of there. 365 down the line. And only 278 over here. Okay, I want to be in lefty in this park. This is fun too. This is very big impact-ish. With a lot of concourses, a lot of the fun, funky stuff going on the concourses. All the signage works well. Definitely gives you an old school vibe in the stadium. The bleacher section's cool. It's fun seeing their feet just kind of dangle. Fun. Captain Obvious. I saw a couple more of your stadiums too. I didn't get a good look at them. I didn't want to stare at them in case you wanted to send them my way. But, between stadiums, you have to run into the vault a little bit. Very quirky dimensions. But yeah, I saw Captain Obvious as some of the stadiums that I actually wanted to stop and look at because the thumbnail looked cool. And then I noticed your gamer tag, and I was like, nope, move on. Nice, fun entrance. Stadium is faced off in a creative way. Parking lot. Great work. Oh, it's all natural. I don't see any artificial lighting. Got some memory. Maybe throw some lights up in here. It's pretty dark in center field. Just some constructive criticism. Yeah, in these spots by the bullpens. Should have enough memory to get you some lights up there. But it's a fun stadium, and I think I want to throw a stamp at it. Oh, shit, did I mess up my camera with the stamp? Yeah, very nice. Captain Obvious. I dig it. Heading into the final three stadiums of this video, we'll start things off with a familiar face. This is Downtown Park 2 in downtown USA. Altitude 2,500 feet, built in 2024. That familiar face is, or familiar gamer tag. I don't think we've seen many of our faces. Jason 43950. Y'all know I love my theater building. Seeing that in the background is always cool. Right field. Pretty standard seating until you get over here in the corner where you have Ballpark Eats. Jammed. That looks good in there. Okay. Jammed into the home run deck. Faced off with the scoreboard. Nice. This is, I'm guessing, substituting at a door. That works, yeah. I like the scoreboard up here with the sign surrounding it and laser ribbon on top. Out of town, scoreboard underneath. Scoreboard walk. Here is 2 floors of a little building where people have a nice picnic area and some standing room. I like the deck in right center field. Ooh, there's a little Jeep hidden under here. Kiosks. Concessions, decks, concourses, using the seats again. Oh, no, this is the end caps for the fencing. I like it. Treehouse is tucked in this little corner where you have a little scoreboard to watch the game from. Batter's eye kind of blocks your view from there, so that's cool. Another little restaurant, more concourses, more concessions, another scoreboard. Fantastic. Oh, okay. I like how you protected the fans here with the screen. That's fun. Now, why do they look so green? This is the regular fencing prop, right? Yeah, that looks cool. That's a cool concept to protect these guys who aren't necessarily paying attention. I like these steps. Double layer of bleachers and left. Oh, this is all fun back here using the train station thing. Nice. Little picnic area with grass. Snack shack seems to be the main concession stand out there. I like all the signage. That looks good. Parking garage in the corner. Excellent. Oh, let's take a look at the seating. Looks pretty standard. Good job of cutting the stadium in. A little bit sharper. Murph style. Great work. Let's see what we got going on out here. A little entryway into the stadium with a scoreboard and fountain in the middle. Courtyard. Bunch of buildings facing it off from the outside. Nicely done. Some very creative things in this park. I like the little building out here, too. You're going to hitting balls on that roof. Let's see. 330. I don't know. That's a poke. But I like this little corner where the snack stand is off to the side a little bit. Kind of crooked. That looks cool. Nice work, Jason. Flip that light switch and head down. But it looks amazing from batter's box. Yeah. Love it. Oh, perfect spot for some scoreboardage. Nah, these people just came out or going in. Nicely done, sir. How deep is it over here and right? 330 again. So it will be hard to get up here. Oh, okay, using the... All right, they're built right in. Okay. Yeah, I dig it, man. A lot of fun little nooks and crannies, and I love left field especially. Left field is fantastic, and I like your custom scoreboard and right. The little city in the background looks great, too, from the batter's eye. Nice work, man. Jason, 43,950. As I said earlier, after recording the first part of this video, I hopped online, played a couple live games. The creator of this stadium, Mr. Murdercap, was on, and he caught the stream. And I asked him if he'd ever sent any stadiums before. He said no, but he has a couple. I said, we'll send them on over. He did, so I snuck it in this video. And from the thumbnail, it looked great. It's Brown Line Station. It's in Chicago, Illinois. Has an altitude of 100 feet, and it won't be ready until 2035. Let's start out in right field where I noticed the trains. Oh, look at that. Taking you right past the stadium. This looks fantastic. And then underneath, you have a road where people are cruising by in trucks. And then the stadium is hosting some awesome statues over in the corner at this entry gate. Nice. I like making it smaller. A lot of it's hidden by the stands. Beautiful. Working on construction over behind the stadium. Oh, yeah, this building's in rough shape. Must have got too windy one day. Parking, okay, college parking. In left field, building sucking right up against the home run ball. You know I like that. Little structure out here that usually hosts a sign. He has it turned around. Then you got another scoreboard in front of this deck. There's a bunch of stuff going on. People are sitting down, chilling out, eating. Lights and scoreboards. Fantastic. Nice job in this corner as well with more concessions, and they're covered up with the awning thing or the overhang. Nice. Smaller park, 2 levels. Only 10,000. Oh, I love it. Quirky dimensions. Again, everything, even though like there's not much a part of the stadium in the outfield, the city is right compact, sucked up to the stadium. Wow, the city looks great too with the lights on. Wow, a lot of work facing the outside of the stadium out as well. Very Texas Ags and Arch and Dan and all you guys. Nice work, Mr. So funny. I was talking to him yesterday while I was streaming, and I'm like, "Hey, Mr. Murdercap, did you?" It sounded like, you know, like one of the shows or movies where like they have to come up with a fake name fast. So, oh, I'm sorry. What was your name again, Mr.? And he goes, Murder. And he sees the word written, and the guy goes, "Your last name's Murder?" And the guy looks and he sees a baseball cap or something. And he goes, "Cap, Mr. Murder Cap." And I buy it, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, Mr. Murder Cap. Did you?" create any stadiums. It was funny. Just the way hearing myself talking to him. And I mentioned it in the stream last night. So again, the details of the home run contest that we discovered in that stream are right in there. So if you want a free Studio 44 shirt, watch a little bit of that home run derby and check out the details to earn yourself a free Studio 44 shirt. 2 people can get one, courtesy of Scotty Warren and myself. This looks great. Right field alone, I think, is worthy of a big old stamp. That looks so cool. Absolutely love it. And then you got the Hilton Garden back there, too, with the trees popping out everywhere. Nice. Yeah, I'm into it. Not my favorite grass color, but we can definitely forgive that. As downloading it, you can change it quite easily and not change the feel of the stadium. Nice work, Mr. Murdercap. I think I have another one from you in the queue, so we'll have one lined up from you for the next video. And I hope to see you in a live stream soon. This gentleman, when I saw this gentleman submitted a new stadium, I was pretty confident that I could close the video with it. We have Alpha Park. It's in Somewhere, USA. Has the max altitude. It was built in 2024. That gentleman, who you can always count on for an amazing stadium, is Mr. Bo Tiger. Checking things out in right field, we see Adelins, who is named after his daughter, he says. I like having the statue on top of it, robbing a home run. Excellent. Number 14, Pete Rose, maybe? Don't see anything about Pete Rose in the notes, but he did just pass away not too long ago. I think he was number 14, right? This concourse is great. All these buildings in the second layer up top, escalator taking you up and down there. I think I'm going to steal this idea from, who was it? Was it Jason? Who did the batter's eye in center field and surrounded it by the anomaly? Or was it Young Gun? I apologize, guys. But I like that. Using this batter's eye, it's simple, but when you add the things around it, it makes it look better. It makes it look more big league. So this concourse out here is fabulous. Love it. I like how it curves back and takes you to the fan stairs, which take you up here. Oh, look at that. That's great. Connecting the two, and then that's where the name of the park is. Excellent. See, Bo Tiger. Can always count on him for a fantastic stadium. Another nice deck. Dad's taking care of his son over here. Taylor's Pizza. That's his son. Nice concourse again. Covered in parts that aren't by the upper deck. This could be a bullpen or where the maintenance gets the... Oh, is this part of a ruined building? Yeah. The garage doors. Excellent. Pretty standard around and behind. That looks great. Another fantastic corner with the team store and snack shack. Escalator. Excellent. Miller Lite party porch in right field. Can you reach that is the question. 330. Eesh, I don't know. But it will be fun trying. Oh, look at these guys up here all by themselves. Excellent. Yeah, this concourse right field, all excellent. And then some picnic tables back there, too. Beautiful. It's beautiful work, isn't it? Shall I? I shall. Studio 44. Golden Canoe of Excellence has been awarded to Mr. Bo Tiger yet again for another excellent stadium. Very cool ideas in here. Anything going on behind the home run fence? It looks like it's bricked off, yeah. Nope. No need. Stadium is great as is. You got a lot of room to play with, too. 93%. Fantastic, Bo Tiger. Thank you so much. Excellent. Do you have an excellent stadium you want me to check out? Send it on over to me via the Google form linked right in the description of this video, the description of my channel, or my Facebook page. Keep in mind, the vote is still live for when we want to do the live stream, the all-day live stream. Rumor has it, Sewell 21 might be involved in that stream in some fashion, if we can figure some things out. So keep your eyes and ears open for that. We're going to have the votes for the first 3 stadiums during that live stream. So we want to get that vote in. Right now, it's pretty commanding lead. Have the live stream on Monday the 30th instead of the end of February. I think I have like 2 or 3 votes for the end of February. So start thinking about your final stadiums. I will leave that voting open live for another day or 2 after this video premieres. Check out Scotty Warren's Bless This Mess Stadium. Hit the Hit It Here cafe sign dangling from the construction crane. Send in a video to me via Peebs212344 via message if you screen record the video, or record it with a cell phone if you have to, point and shoot at the TV. You can email it to studio44ps@gmail.com. First 2 people to do it get themselves a free t-shirt courtesy myself and Scotty Warren. And you can pick the color, you can pick the style. It could be on the chest like this one. I don't know if I'm getting it. Or it could be the big one like you saw with Mark Stevens in Oakland. But there's also custom colors. Obviously, I'll give you the correct size, and we'll send it right your way. I'm thinking about doing more stuff like that. I'm thinking about adding a section in the format. Do you have some kind of fun challenge you want to present to people? And I can't do it too much because I'm not a rich man. I can't just be throwing free t-shirts everywhere. But I had so much fun trying to hit that thing. And even though it didn't take me a long time and it didn't take Sewell a long time to do it, it was still exciting when I actually got it. What I almost wanted to do is make it just a game, but I think that would take forever. So, yeah, there's an option for that. Be on the lookout for Respect the Pick coming to you live very soon. Every episode is going to be live from now on once we get the new studio set up for that. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'm back climbing. Thank you so much. People are subscribing, but I want 1,000. So help a guy out. Get me to 1,000 subs. I'll be forever grateful. Also, don't forget to smash the like button. Don't just hit it. You got to smash it. And I'm only asking you to smash if you like the video. If you didn't like the video, you don't have to like it. But, I mean, how hard is it to like it if you did like it? It's not. So, give a guy a like. It helps out. I appreciate it. Thanks so much, guys. We'll catch you all very, very soon.